So look, I know I'm late. People been running around the lobbies, invisible, sneaking up on you, probably hit and run techniques. I'm guilty of it too. But look, I'm back. So today we're gonna be countering one of the most toxic ninja tools that probably came to Shinobi Striker, and that's going to be the Moonlit Pill. But before we get into that, good thing to know, if you haven't already, in the shop, there's these two tools that I told you about, where they're accessories, and they have the clothing skill, Strength of Faith. Now, if you remember from my last video where it was the death of Chia Shuriken, this clothing skill is very good at countering a Chia Shuriken because it reduces the attack tracking speed. So if you haven't already, I would highly suggest you try to at least get one of those. It doesn't matter if you get the Dusky Drape or the Holy Feather, I believe. Both of these are going to have Strength of Faith equipped. But we're countering the Moonlit Pill today, so if this is something you think you might be interested in, go ahead and stay tuned to the end of the video. And if you've been here before and you haven't already, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and turn the bell notification so you can know whenever I post new videos. But let's go ahead and get to this content.
Is to lay out your own domain. Which you do need to. That was the best you can do, Austin. 息がくせえ。
So some key points for the Moonlit Pill to keep in mind. These are some things that you need to know. The Moonlit Pill roughly lasts for around 12 seconds, which is crazy. That's a decent amount of time to be invisible and have your chakra jump time reduced. 12 seconds. That might be like some of the longest effects you get from a pill. Also, this activates even if somebody's hitting you when you're taking the pill. So if you're putting the pill in your mouth and somebody's coming to hit you while you're trying to use it, it's still going to activate and you're still going to become invisible, which is pretty cheesy. And then, like I said, this is similar to Chikushodo, but without any debuffs. So you already know, before we can counter something, we have to know what it does. We say this every time. So the Moonlit Pill, it's basically similar to Chikushodo, and it wouldn't be as cheesy if there wasn't a few things. And I feel like the main thing about the Moonlit Pill is the fact that it gives you back health. That is a big thing because basically it's like Chikushodo but with health and without any of the debuffs. So the Moonlit Pill, it recovers health, it reduces the chakra jump time, and it also renders the user invisible. And I'm pretty sure you've been seeing some builds, especially some flag builds. If you pair this Moonlit Pill with Drawn Taut, it's crazy how quick you can jump and move around the map. And this has been definitely became meta for flag builds. And then also, one thing to also know about this pill, you're still vulnerable to attacks while you're invisible. So even though you're invisible, that doesn't mean, they're not going to be able to hit you. But since they can't lock on, it makes it a lot harder for people to actually strike you when you use the Moonlit Pill. So, the counter for the Moonlit Pill is pretty similar to a video I did a while back. You should definitely go look at that video. That was actually one of the first videos that I made that actually, started getting some views, and it was the counters to Chikushodo. So, the Moonlit Pill is also going to be countered by Byakugan. If you activate Byakugan, you're going to be able to see the chakra points of your opponent. Now, the only sad thing is you're not going to be locked on, and I feel like this is something they could update in the game, because I don't feel like if you can see them, you should be able to lock on. So I feel like they should add an update to Byakugan to make it to where you can lock on even when they're in the state of Chikushodo or the state of the Moonlit Pill. And this also needs to be updated for the Limbo clones. I feel like you should maybe be able to see the Limbo clones with the Byakugan. So I did an experiment because one of my subscribers commented down and wanted me to try something, and it would make sense in theory. Rinnegan Sasuke, adult Sasuke, should be able to see the Limbo clones. So when I tested it out, I wasn't able to see the clones. So this is something else I feel like they could update to the game. And it definitely makes me think. Seems like Shinobi Striker always brings something to the game, but they always bring a counter to it. And that's why I don't believe that I believe they're gonna add a jutsu eventually that's going to allow you to be able to see the Limbo clones, just because there's already something to counter Chikushodo and the Moonlit Pill. But this is what I mean. Byakugan is going to allow you to see the Moonlit Pill. Whenever they take this pill, you're going to be able to see them in the invisible state. Now, because there's no movement speed reduction like how it is with Chikushodo, it's going to be a little bit harder to hit them. But if you're pairing Byakugan with something like Super Weight and Boulder, this is going to allow you, to be able to catch up and stuff. And also, if there's something that you didn't know, the Byakugan also allows you to keep track of the secret technique of your enemies. There's going to be a little yellow bar underneath their actual health bar, and you're going to be able to see their secret technique gauge, which can help you decide, if you need to start using your ults or using certain jutsus that reduce the secret technique to, fight and, strategize when you're in team matches. But that's the main things you need to know. The Byakugan works, but it won't let you lock on. But I can definitely see the Byakugan starting to become a more utilized jutsu, just because if they're going to start coming out with these pills that allow you to get all these different status alignments, these counters are definitely going to have to be getting pushed out also. And the Byakugan is going to be the best thing for the Moonlit Pill and Chikushodo. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Hey, sorry for the delay, man. We could get these counters out as quick as we can, but y'all only had to suffer for maybe like a week. But the Moonlit Pill, hey, now you should be able to handle it. It is a little bit of a stretch to use Byakugan on your build when there's a whole lot of other things that you're using. And Byakugan, this counter is really only going to be effective when you're fighting in team situations, when you're on the team with somebody that you can communicate with them to let them know where the person is running with the Moonlit Pill. If not, this isn't really going to be as effective unless you can chase them down yourself. But this was a shorter video. Some of these counters that we're going to be doing aren't going to really require as long of videos. So let me know how y'all feel about me getting some of the information out quicker to y'all. Make sure to drop in the comments anything else that you want to see countered. And let me know who y'all think the next DLC is going to be. Like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell notification. And I'm going to see y'all next time. We up.